Alright. Ace tourney time. He was, and I don't ever see him anymore. I'm kind of, I mean, I'm sure he has his reasons, but it is a little sad. Because he's a super chill dude. He also was like, when I did the earlier in the day streams, he was a good raid target. I hope he is doing well. Where are we? This one. Alright, anyway, let's actually play the game now that we're an hour into the stream. Unpin. About that, yeah, sorry, I missed the line of text. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Gun. Merry Christmas. Oh, shit. Egworth. Why? December 25th, 10:08 a.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. Hey, Nick! Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Nick, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? It's like it's like the meme. SpongeBob, why? I assume that's the one you meant. That was actually a pretty good. I feel like that was a pretty good impression of that actually. Not to toot my own horn. I normally suck at impressions, so the ones I can do, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, an Ace Attorney one? Oh, I don't know it then. Oh, thank you. Stop. Of course, except I've been slacking off lately. You've been what? Slacking off? Oh. Thought you... Okay. I need to brave the elements to be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. I mean, I feel like it works. It's in the spirit of things. I actually don't know much about what is like the point or the idea of like being under. Is it supposed to be like you kind of suffer through it, the cold waterfall to the point where you're able to enter like a meditative zen, despite like the harsh, like the heavy cold waterfall hitting you. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I get it. I kind of assumed that's what it was, and it's a cool trope. I've just never actually like looked into it much, so I wasn't sure if there was something more to it. Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Bigfoot? Is that you? Oh my god. It's not Bigfoot, it's his brother. Big Hand. Phoenix gets slapped across the lake. I am Big Finger. I have one big finger, and it is big. For free? Also, I have the intelligence of a human, but that isn't interesting. Look at my finger. Locals are calling it Gordy in a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness monster. Do you know that loch means lake? You did. I think everyone does. Though its namesake, Nessie, proved to be a hoax. You can't confirm that. Locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Boring. Can't they show real news for a change? That's what I'm saying. The news sucks. That's why my news thing, I've groomed my news app thing algorithm to fucking only show me gaming things and anime stuff. Huge search for the Loch Ness Monster getting organized here soon. They're using everything this time. Holy shit. You know, the government occasionally is like, hey, aliens are kind of real. Wouldn't it be crazy if like if they actually just found like the corpse of the Loch Ness Monster? It was like, oh my god, it was real and we just never found it because it died. I do think about that sometimes because I don't believe in ghosts and like 99% of cryptids. But I do think about that. Like there are certain things that like if it got discovered and it was just objectively true, like I think it would change the way I looked at like the world. Specifically, I think if I ever like had a ghost encounter that made me believe in ghosts, I think it would like completely alter my personality for the rest of my life. It'd also give me like a really weird view of like the afterlife. And if UFOs are real and the government works with them, also do you see that gas prices rose again? See, that's my thing. Every time some alien thing comes out, it's like, yeah, but what are they trying to cover? I don't like to sound like I got my tinfoil hat on, but it really is one of those, like, I feel it's kind of like Bethesda, is that it? The Overwatch people, it's kind of like how Bethesda drops a thing every time they get in trouble. And I feel like that's what the alien stuff is. I saw that, and that was my exactly when I saw that thing. I went, okay, so like what happened that they're covering up Blizzard? That's it. Sorry, they have similar names. Yeah, every time Blizzard gets in trouble, they release something. I think it's the same thing with the alien stuff. Personally, I know I might sound a little conspiracy theorist on that one. Normally I try not to, but that's just how it always comes off to me. Specifically with that kind of stuff. Every time Nintendo has a direct, it's because Miyamoto sucked the soul out of a child and they're trying to hide it. He threw a purple Pikmin at a child and the purple Pikmin like bashed the child to death. Rest in peace, Jimmy. I remember after the Lavender Town Syndrome incident, they had a direct to cover that up too. We were a rock Pikmin at a glass house. No survivors. Oh my god. Vicious. Water pressure's kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, I think if they sprayed it up in the air and then it came back down on you, it probably would actually work pretty well. But getting sprayed directly with a hose... I mean, it's not a pressure washer, but power washer, whatever. But like, I still feel like that's gonna hurt, right? Like, I don't know. Am I wrong? Maya needs to be protected. She does. She's going to hurt herself. It is a pressure washer? Oh my, oh, never mind. Then Maya, please don't go anywhere near the fire department. Apparently Fablet is no aid in detecting sarcasm. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it would be super high pressure because you got to put out the fire. Why whenever you see the hoses fail in movies and TV, you always hear yell about the water pressure? I see. So you're saying that if I pointed a fire hose at the ground directly under me, I could like lift up into the air. That's what I'm hearing. If I just point it down and jump, I'll take off. Toucan. Yeah, but it's funnier if I do it in a non-conventional way. Like, Hit flies because he has wings, but when Diddy Kong flies with his jetpack, it's cooler and funnier. I think. Having wings is non-conventional. I mean, yes, but listen, when you grow up in a fairy village, when you're a moth alien creature from space that grew up in a fairy village, a lot of weird things start to feel pretty normal. Rabombi? I don't know that one, I don't think. Rabombi. Oh, I do know that one. I just didn't know its name. That's a good one. I basically like all the, to be fair, I basically like all the fairy and bug types, unsurprisingly. Even though neither of them is my favorite. Well, I don't know. I really think if I had to pick a favorite type, the first one that always comes to mind is actually Ghost. All two of them. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. I feel like they're all good, but none of them are like amazing to me. It's kind of one of those weird things where it's like a jack of all trades sort of thing. Like I like them all, but I don't love many of them. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. I thought it said death in there somewhere under the corner of my eye. Great occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's murder. No, I did not. Look up Ogre Pawn. Ogre Pawn. What the fuck is this? He's got a silly... Oh! Bro, that's adorable. Holy shit, I love this. This is probably... this is the first time since Scarlet and Violet come out that I've seen a Pokemon and thought that it was... and actually liked it. Yeah, I found the mask and the maskless versions. Bro, that is adorable as fuck. I love this. Oh, which one's my favorite is the question. I love its little fucking... It's just like an anime... It's an anime pro tag. That's my only complaint. Because I like it, but... It's like, she just looks like an anime pro tag from like a really stylized manga. And not like a Pokemon. I think the rock type is my favorite, actually, even though I don't really go for rock types. It's either the rock or the fire. I don't know. They're all good. I don't know. I like it. That's cool. It's pretty good, but it also leaves some loose ends. Part 2. Blood Moon Ursaluna. Oh, that's cool. Kind of scary, honestly. Like, actually, kind of, sort of, by Pokemon standards, it's actually a pretty freaky looking design for the Blood Moon. One. Cool. Okay, well, I'm glad that there's some... It's huge. Oh, shit. Hell yeah. I'm glad to see that there are SV Pokemon that I like, because I looked at it before and I don't remember being particularly impressed before. But I feel like the problem is that a lot of my favorite newer Pokemon designs are also the ones that fall into the now it's just becoming Digimon problem. It's like I like it, but I also feel like it's part of the problem. I don't know though. I guess the problem is like I like some of the more Digimon type ones, and it's kind of a problem that they change things. Yeah, they are totally trying to play it safe. I think that they have more and more humanoid Pokemon every gen, and it feels like they're just trying to play into like, well, if it's like a Anthro Yeah. Yeah. There's like there's like certain categories that they do every single gen, as well as adding on more of these. Like this just looks like a generic, kind of generic anthro furry character. Like the Pikachu Pokemon and stuff like that. So I agree. A lot of them feel, a lot of the Pokemon kind of just feel like they're like checkboxes these days. I don't know. I don't know how I'm not smart enough to tell you how to fix it, but I know that it's a problem, and it's part of why I don't care about the new Pokemon games. That, and I agree with the whole thing about how Pokemon games all play similarly enough that if I'm gonna play Pokemon, I'll just go play the ones I'm nostalgic for. Gourd Lake again. The body of a man was found in the lake earlier this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Yeah, Maya. Fireman yelled at me when I called him. Got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. I'm glad that the story is at least good. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Who? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. Alright, I guess we'll find out. From 25th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? Guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Well, well, well. Ah. Did he just leave? Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he's in detention. He's in timeout, after all. Were you in a good mood when you were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney, then laugh. Laugh. Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and don't get mad or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. We don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it? We're gonna help you, that's what. Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey! Sure, you got lucky and won all 3. But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, Wright. Experience. Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? Why am I always the one who has to get angry? The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices and the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Won't Edgeworth talk to us? I'm an attorney, goddammit. Attorney's badge. Edgeworth, let me defend you. Good one, Wright. But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me. Don't gaga. Just a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. What? My case is near hopeless, Wright. Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. What did he mean by being hard up? So true. You coming on to me, Edgeworth? Because I'm into it. But I'm also dense. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Damn. Why not? I want to help you, babe. Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask, but you didn't do it, right? Think what you will. I have only one request, huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya! Let's go investigate elsewhere. But Nick... December 25th? I just realized it's Christmas for some reason. Even though he said it earlier, I forgot that it was Christmas and didn't register December 25th as, oh hey, it's Christmas. Gourd Lake Park entrance. This is where it happened? Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal, as there's enough of us here, anyone find anything? I have to get back into my Gumshoe. Almost Christmas means that it wasn't Christmas. Is that the meme? Is that from this? Sorry, sir, nothing. Idiot. Trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double. But, sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. Shut up! Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do, so just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today. Fruit spit. Ah! Eek! Hey, you're the hairy guy, Hairy Butts. Right, Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name? So what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Well, yes, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it. He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Oh my god, is Gumshoe gonna be totally on our side now? Because he must help, Edgeworth? Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh, you don't say. Detective Gumshoe, do you know what happened here? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Cloud's lawyer. Head in the, huh? Never mind, I'll tell you. Happened last night about 15 minutes after midnight. Uh-huh. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were two men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth? Cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. Pop, 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 pop. I hear an Ito pop someday. It's one of my animated emotes. How did they get here so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, Detective? Of course I do, but the police are pretty sure he's the killer, Mr. Earthworm. Inchman, Inchman, do, do, do. I don't actually remember the lyrics of that song. It's a good song. They call me Dr. Worm. Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Worm. Nobody's even really taken this investigation that seriously. Earthworm is a good new Pokemon fight. Is that an actual Pokemon? Oh no. After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side. Let me look it up. How big is it? 8 foot 2 inches. The weirdest thing to me is that if you showed me this out of the poke bands or where its arms are, oh, do they like come out of it? The bit out, it like opens and they come out. Okay, that's cool. My first thought when I looked at it was like it feels like something out of like the Grow Island games. So I would not have thought it was a Pokemon if you just showed it to me out of context. Steel type and its ability, Earth Eater, heals it. I see, I see. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool because then it eliminates ground type damage. Alright, I like it. I'm with you here. I think it's neat. Well, at least you are, detective. At least you are. Oop. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case? Only we can fire apart. Yeah. That's cool. I like it. I accept this one. Yeah. He's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. It's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness. Hey, pal! Don't tell me you're gonna turn your back on him too! Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. Kept saying right over and over. Oh my god. Does Edgeworth have a crush on me? Oh my god. Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. He doesn't want our help because he's worried about us, our reputation getting fucked, because now he cares about us. Yay! Gay, kiss, gay, kiss, gay. Long man. Who is this witness? Sorry, pal, it's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Was there only that one witness? Yep, it was pretty cold out in the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. But we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty. Oh, it's Christmas Day. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. She totally thinks Santa's real. Detective Gumshoe, sir. What, find something? No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal, I guess you heard I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me before I head back? Are you coming back, detective? Probably not, pal. So what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Alright, here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. Nice. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. What? I'd like to take a look around the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving any information. Right, now let's get investigating. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go pee first. So I'll be right back. Hello. I'm back. Thank you. Alright. Let's examine. Sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. But no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. How the original 1,000-year... Oh, I fucking blew my load. I've been waiting for that to get some sort of port to Switch someday so people could play it. So I'm very happy. Like one of my friends was literally like, I never got to play this game, so, and I always wanted to, so I'm really glad. I was like, fuck yes. It's time that everyone plays the best Paper Mario game. Now you have no excuse. I agree. I think Sticker Star getting one would be very funny, if only because it would make people mad. Now because right now we have 3 Paper Mario games on Switch. I'd like to see Super get some sort of report, because I used to consider only the first 2 good, but I've heard that the 3rd one was pretty good. And then after that is where most people say that it falls off. I mean, I already own Super on Wii, but, you know, if it is actually pretty good, then it would be a good way to get people back into it. But also, I don't think it did very well from what I know. So I don't think I don't think it has a very high chance of getting that port. Maybe it did better than I think it did. I don't know. It always came off as a game that didn't do very well. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Plus, we're definitely in that like GameCube, PS2 nostalgia era right now. Like that is where most of the like nostalgia bait is focused right now. You know, Resident Evil 4 remake, 1,000-Year Door, yada yada. Metroid Prime remake. So I feel like that's the main era that we're in right now. At least to me, it seems that way. Obviously, we get games from other eras here and there, but this seems like the main one, which is fair. It's about 20 years ago. I consider 15 to 20 years to be the era where most people have like the most nostalgia. That's why I consider games this stuff retro when it's the 15-year mark. Neat. If they'll ever add other non-Nintendo console things. Oh, like if Nintendo will have ever had a Mega Drive or something. Oh, I see. I mean, they do have the Mega Drive. The Genesis is the Mega Drive. But yeah, they could do Master System maybe. I don't think they would though, because actually a lot of Master Systems games actually got ported to Genesis. So probably not. I also never hear anyone talk about the Master System, so I don't know what else they do, because Philips CDI, well, that's definitely not happening, but it'd be funny. A man can dream. A moth can dream. I can't think of anything. Maybe like the Neo Geo Pocket. About something more weird like that, maybe. The Game Gear, sure. It would be something weird, I feel like, if they do. I think Neo Geo is like a legit. If they're gonna do a non-Nintendo, I think the Neo Geo is like an actual legitimate thing. I think there's actually a chance of that. Um, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think they will. I'm not even fully convinced that we'll get any more consoles at all. I think we're getting too close to the end of the Switch's lifespan for them to add another console to the NSO. I don't think they're going to add GameCube. Although if they do, if they do, it would be like last minute because they're going to want to put out like HD remakes of Nintendo games and then be like, oh, by the way, that also you can just play the original on NSO. Digital arcade collection would be nice. Yeah, I don't think they would have an entire NSO thing section off for that though. Yeah, so if we get GameCube, it's going to be like pretty last minute. But I don't think we're going to get it personally. We're definitely not going to get Wii because I don't imagine that they would skip all the way to Wii. I feel like that'd be weird. I mean, I know they did that on the Wii U and they didn't have the GameCube on the Wii U Virtual Console. But, I don't know. I would like to think that they're going to add anything else, it would be GameCube. But if they do, I think it's going to be at least another... It's going to be at least, like, mid-2024 before we got it. And I think we've got, like, 2 to 3 years max before the next Nintendo console comes out. I wouldn't be surprised if they announce a new console, the new console next year at some point. Or at least, like, say that they're... just come out and say that they're working on it. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people. Not really much to investigate, is there? December 25th, Gourd Lake Public Beach. Wowzers, this is Gourd Lake? Yep. Not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Samurai dogs? I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. The name, like samurai dog, how could they not be? If you have some sort of constant pain or irritant, you can perform better. What do you mean? Like, oh, like acting? Oh, I see. Baseballs will put icy hot behind the ears. Interesting. I wonder if that's true. I would think it would be the opposite, but I don't know. A little behind the times though. The kids are on the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know? Nope. Having one constant thing going on puts you on edge a little. Yeah, I know what you mean. I just feel like for me personally, at least, it would make me annoyed and have trouble focusing. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh, well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds here. Oh, no way. I'm sure it's because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Neat. We got lore. Huh. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left, boat docks, right exit. Trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. What game was it that, oh, it was, fucking Void Soul. That was, like, I checked a trash can. I was like, no matter how many times you check these trash cans, you'll never find anything. And then I forgot that I wanted to check all the trash cans and never found anything. Even though there definitely was something in one of the trash cans. Huh. Someone left some poppers here. You know, you pull the string and it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers, huh? Take them. Those couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. Oh, fucking... Nice. Master thief. A lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. I doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. That may be Maya. She had a samurai dog. Hot dog stand, it's closed. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. Banner reads samurai dogs. Are you... What made you want to buy stink bombs? Somebody needs to redecorate. Sure, rental shop. December 25th, boat rental shop. Nick, what is this place? Mm-hmm. That sounds like some Harry Potter shit. Like, going to school, buying stink bombs at school from another student. Boat rental shop, closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats? I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go out on one when the trial's finished? Hey, good idea, you bet. Uh-huh. Small boat rental shop, doesn't look like anyone's around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. There's some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder? Nick? Huh? Changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride. There's boxes of individual things you see people in like ice cream trucks sell, just little knickknacks. I see, I see. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. Okay. Into the woods. I hope nothing bad happens. Oh, there's a camera. December 25th, Gord Lake Woods. I like it here, Nick. Look, somebody's camping. We got guts camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick! If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. It's true. We call Maya. Let's go talk to them. SUV has seen better days. It's sent it all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Hey, Nick. What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made out of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum then. I'm not having this conversation. Good thing they haven't seen the no camping signs. So true. There's food and magazines on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. Sign says no camping. Funny place to pick to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. I didn't even know camping stuff was made out of aluminum. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. You're not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick! You stop that. Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices? Well, what then? These things? Party poppers? Well, they responded. Yow! Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now. There goes a whole roll of film. Huh? What? Huh? Sorry. It's already nice, but it don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much a roll of that film costs? I'll pay you back. What are y'all thinking, setting up a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. How you cheat Pokemon. Just pick a bunch of pictures, yeah. I say those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. Why, they must be dumb. Well, I'll tell you what. Just cause she didn't say that, I'm just, you know, I gotta add in, you gotta add in the extra bit of southern. I'll tell you what. Just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. I mean, and who are you now? Her chaperone? Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for Jesus' sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day. Let's pay for the film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. In second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. What? Can't you see him changing the film on my camera here? Someone, and I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. If anything short, that would get our attention. This is my badge. Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me for that film now. We still have one pauper left, so true. I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I wrestled meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. Usually when she finishes, I like the way you think. A murder. Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You two, y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite hard. I'm thinking, where did Maya get to? Sorry, I was feeling a little overwhelmed, the culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk yank if it pleases you. Thanks. I'll talk. I think I'll be okay. Bitey. Great then. I'm Lotta Hart, but y'all can call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. Ooh. Oh yeah, when was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. Lotus Vard. Can't believe Steve Jobs died of Ligma. Who's Steve Jobs? Ligma balls! Happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. That's so, Christmas Eve. Man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. I think you're hiding stuff from me, lady. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. Finland during World War II, there was an all-woman unit of the military called Lotus Vard. Oh, interesting. Was there any particular reason for it? I've seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kind of hard to remember which one I've seen when. Oh, that's cool. So, what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Y'all don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student. Country U. Right in the heart of the heartland. Created the comic, did a finished Toho comic. That's how I found it. Well, that explains everything. It all comes back to Toho. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university, Country U. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you all that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers. Falling stars. Odds and ends that needed to be done, whatever they were. Fair enough. Gotta do what you gotta do. Clerical work to helping cook, clean, and maintain soldier quarters, barracks, and bases. Ah, I see. So they were given generic stereotypical woman job. What kind of camera you got there? Y'all better know it. It's German made, genuine Solingen. Solingen? I don't know. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to your camera? Pretty hands-off combat-wise, but there were a few incidents. Interesting. Does the comic like make it seem more exciting, or is it pretty like straightforward about what they got up to? Huh? Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that? My mic triggers a shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. I will maybe read it someday. Programmable camera? Neat. Thought his camera added to the court record. Cool. Comic has its own unique story, but between chapters there are information bits. Oh, okay, interesting. I guess we ran out of stuff to talk to her about, so I guess we're going to the Criminal Affairs Department. What the fuck is that thing? Is that a Sonic? December 25th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe wasn't here. Something wrong, miss? Turning yourself in? Okay, what did you do? Shoplifting, larceny, public indecency? Sonichu. In the flesh? No, none of those things. We're looking for Detective Gumshoe. Is he around? Gumshoe, oh, yeah, he's in a meeting right now. I don't think he'll be out anytime soon. Okay, we'll come back. You do that. Oh, and go straight home and stay out of trouble. No more shoplifting, you got that? Do I look like a criminal or something? Apparently. Supposed to be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. Gord Lake! Gordy sided, I don't believe it! Shouldn't you be reading something more important? Must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Your mama could see you. You know she'd be crying. Now break and spit it out. You low-life scum. Must be doing image training for interrogations. Sure. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Nice. Found out body was taken by a cryptid from the water's surface. Hell yes. Is that the police department's mascot? It's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. Cool. So it is Sonichu. I see. How nice. Hey, Radio Demon. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'll get him assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. These are the detective desks. The computers and files on each one. Funny. They're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Thanks, sake. Oh, nice. I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired tonight, so let's go see if maybe we need to go back to Edgeworth. Where do we go then? The only thing I can think of now then is to present the camera to the girl, but it's kind of weird. Unless I missed something. Lotta? Yeah? So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises. Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're representing, he was shot with a pistol. Pistol? Yeah, right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? Yeah, I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey, y'all are pretty bright, huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked him once, don't remember if there was anything on him though. I feel like you would remember. Like you're lying to me. But what if I got something? Could be witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? Okay. She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Now we leave, okay. Yeehaw. Here we go. November 25th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Guess Detective Gumshoe was still in that meeting. Hey, thanks for coming down, pal. Detective Gumshoe. Just finished the meeting, for better or for worse. I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. You know anything about the victim yet? No, still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So how did the meeting go?
Can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer.
True.
You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. Just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that?
So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it?
Well, trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled.
See. Hey, in the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Entire career is based on a lie. True. The lie that he's a good lawyer. Got him.
Don't go tell anyone else, pal.
Yes, sir.
And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much?
Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works.
Working relationship?
See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We get to earn that trust he places in us.
I see.
Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust, and you have my word on that.
Wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report?
Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you.
The death sometime on the 24th or 25th. That's vague. Fair. Cause one bullet shot to the heart. I guess the cold water would make it harder to tell when he died. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? The face. What do you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. Check it on the lady. It sure doesn't. December 25th, Gordon Lake Woods. Hey y'all. Lotta. Wait up a sec. We got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey. This is them. Take a look. Oh, it's definitely Edgeworth, I can tell. Wait. See, he's shooting him with that pistol. It looks like that, yes. Can't really tell who that is shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. You forget, is she lying? I think she might be lying. I don't think she actually saw it happen. I think she made it up. Yes. I reckon so. What's that? Now don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta. What? Can't y'all see I'm kind of busy? Tell us what you saw too, please. Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta. Don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter. I'm gone. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. She went. I think she just wants to testify. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? She saw something, there's not much we can do about it. Question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. Taken automatically on 12/25 at 12:15 a.m. Neat. Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. Hey! Yes. Ah! Nick, I think Santa's mad at you.
Long time no see, Nick.
Nick, you know Santa? Wow. Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection. You're ridiculous.
Dude, it's me.
Larry, what are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job.
Oh, I'm giving you a southern accent.
I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl Kianse deserves the best.
Actually, we know Satan. True. Kianse, not another model, I hope.
Oh, Kianse's a fine woman, Nick. It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know? She bought this costume for me.
That's great, Larry. Wow, Santa costume. She must be really nice.
Whoa, cute, Nick. Who's she? She's not
my what? No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I'm the little sister.
Sister? Wow, Nick, must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister?
No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister.
Huh, sounds great.
Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening. Hey Larry, there was a murder here last night, and since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Kianse, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold.
Oof.
I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya.
No, it's just Kianse's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot.
Large boulder the size of a small boulder, isn't she? True. A model, I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow.
Ah, neat.
The defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth?
Whoa, Nick, you don't mean that Miles Edgeworth? Old Edgy?
Yeah, he's a murder suspect. He is quite edgy.
Whoa, murder?
You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry?
Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school.
What? Tell me about the dogs.
Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs?
Why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped.
Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs, you know, like guard dogs?
Ouch.
Samurai thing was Kianse's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know. She was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of these samurai dogs.
Something about that just seems wrong.
Oh, guess what? We got a ton of customers here at the lake. What with the big news?
The big news? What the hell? Also, hot dog! Hot dog! Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Yeah, Gordy.
Gordy? So, Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry?
Yeah, Nick, him and I used to hang out all the time.
Wow, I never knew.
Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud, studying all the time, trying to be like father.
Like his father?
Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day.
Wow, wait. He's a defense lawyer?
Yeah.
Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney.
What? Edgy's got his proboscis on his knee?
No, he's a prosecuting attorney. It's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer.
Huh, go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know Nick?
Nick? What's Gordy? Now he's the weak who is unable to defend himself. That'll learn him.
You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake, a giant mysterious monster, Gordy.
Monster?
Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo.
Wow, it's really real. Hot news. Giant life form appears in Gourd Lake. Nick, a monster! A real monster! Yeah. It's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. We stole his Pikachu McDonald's car back when we were 6. And now he wants to get back at us. I believe it. What's this? Set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. But that was during the day, so it couldn't have been the shooting. I wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, can I borrow this article from you?
Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million.
1 million? Grow up, Larry. Nope. Hmm.
What's this? You know, my eyes have been getting pretty bad lately, Nick.
Actually, the photo's blurry, Larry. It was taken last night.
Last night?
Oh, I didn't really have anything to say. Time to move around and see if there's somewhere else we gotta go, I guess. Oh. I just kind of came here just because I was gonna go everywhere. I didn't actually expect it to be here. What is it? Oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Can you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait, you mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him for old time's sake. Grossberg is coming back into the story, and he still doesn't have his painting back. December 25th, Grossberg Law Offices. That old familiar clearing of the throat.
Ah, you're Mia's something, are you not?
I was understudy, yes, Phoenix, right?
Aha, and you're Mia's something too, aren't you?
Her little sister, yes.
Grown. Gonna look a lot like your sister, you know? It takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, sir?
Hmm? Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter?
There was a murder last night. You haven't heard?
You're just got up, you see. Well,
Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol.
Edgeworth, what? Who did he shoot?
Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown.
This is terrible news indeed.
Guess he hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting?
Oh, yes, I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. Suppose it's my just desserts, old bitter desserts. So, this is the moment the crime took place, eh?
Yes.
Can't really say for sure that that's Edgeworth. I'm not sure whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure at all. So this camera on the lake takes a photo whenever it hears an explosion sound.
That's what she said.
And it just happened to be set up on the beach pointing out at the lake.
Yes, she said it was to photograph shooting stars.
Shooting stars, explosions, what's the connection? I'd be suspicious of this witness of yours.
Already am. Let me percent everything just to be safe.
Strange. It looks like I've seen this man somewhere before. Ah!
Did you remember?
He was a lawyer here in my office. That's Hammond, Robert Hammond.
Mr. Hammond?
You say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot.
There we go. Who's this Hammond guy anyway?
Mr. Hammond, he was the defense attorney in that case.
That case?
Yes, the DL6 incident.
DL6? Why does that sound so familiar? It's the last case.
Perhaps you remember.
I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for me as murder. That was the
incident where the police were sort of lost. They used a spirit medium.
Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? It's all coming together, baby. Everything's connected.
Yes, my dear, the spirit medium, Misty Fey, your mother contacted the spirit of the victim, but the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed.
They never caught the criminal, right?
Correct. Misty Fey used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man, but Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent.
And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg?
Yes, quite.
Thank you.
No, please, don't mention it.
Deal 6, never thought I'd hear that name again. Oh wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? You know, since this game does the whole thing where it, like, it takes place in like a specific day, it'd be kind of interesting, potentially, like if I wasn't already playing it. Like if I had already played all these games and I was playing them, replaying them on the channel, could be kind of that would be a cool way to like play them, like actually on the day of. I might do that with the. I thought about doing that with. Well, I kind of sort of did it with GS2, sort of. If I decide to play through the PC release of HD collection, I might try to time that out better.
It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DO6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth.
Can't wait to Rox just to fall asleep for a month and then forget how to play when we come back. Hell yeah. Honk shoe, I forgot everything. It'd be a fun way to do it though. If for some reason, I highly doubt I'll ever replay these games on stream, but I guess if I did for some reason, that would be how I would do it. It'd be interesting, I don't know. What is father?
You want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this, I'm sure he'll talk to you.
Wait, this is a photograph of my mother. Misty face photo added to the court record. Alright, now we're going somewhere, baby. Wrong place. December 25th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found any yet. Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested, a man. Pretty clear that he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. That spirit medium, that was my mom. What? You mean your... Strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now... this. About to end? The DO6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th. December 28th? Statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitations runs out, legally the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. Guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So, you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps. I'd rather not talk about it. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Going good until we shut up. Right. Pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? Of course we will. Not! Could have guessed this day would come. Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back. For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake! Nick! It's a big one! It's calming down. Ooh, that was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There, he's on the floor in a ball, shivering. Guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. Heard of running but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. That's gotta be important. I feel like that's gonna be a clue somehow or something. Like, there was an earthquake happening right as his dad got shot or something. Really specific like that. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. Give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. And the security guard is just like sitting there, just does not give a fuck. November 25th, Police Department Criminal Affairs.
What's going on here?
What's wrong, Detective?
So one lady comes in here just a while ago, says she came to talk to you all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's it all about, pal?
Alright. It's like a psych kind of detail? Hell yeah.
What are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth the death sentence, pal?
No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence.
Trying to say something about the way I do my job?
No, sir. Look what I got.
Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited to the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you.
Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then.
Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried.
Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, right. They seem to overreact a little now that you mention it.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. You two go eat and get a rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never like that scared of them when he was in school. And again, I only really got to know him in the 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Hey. Comes from California. Everyone he's ever known and loved has died in an earthquake. Sorry, I was getting some water. Poop. Alright, let's do day 1 of the trial before we wrap up the night. December 26, 9:44 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case?
He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth.
You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared.
What a claim coming from someone who forges evidence.
He taught me what it really means to prosecute.
What?
Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10.
So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something like that.
And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh, wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out.
Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years? He's as ruthless as me, times 20.
It's pretty ruthless.
Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors.
Guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh, I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach.
Couldn't reach?
I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again.
Man, what bad timing.
I'm really sorry. I'll try my best.
I hope so. What are you whispering about?
Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Oh. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies.
Just even got the judge scared.
Very well, the opening statement, please. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? The 3 mage sisters. Nothing, of course. That should be fine. Prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fighting into this?
I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes.
Describe the incident now. Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at the map. Murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots, then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Testify to the court about the arrest now. Wait, Mr. von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings.
Doesn't look very middle of the lake to me. Also, her camera went off at 12:15, but Gumshoe said 12:10. So there's immediately a thing I can go for. But Gumshoe usually is pretty easy to get through. He's usually like the warm-up for the trial.
Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right.
No, he's not. Okay. Man called the scene about 30 minutes after midnight.
We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. So we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Fuck, it's not in his testimony, so I'm gonna have to drag it out later, probably.
Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now.
This guy doesn't fuck around. This might actually be the case where they start punishing me for pressing everything. Received a call from a man?
Yep.
But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Oh my god, did you hear his voice?
It was like, objection.
This guy's just Aito when playing a game he's already done before. Yeah, you're right. So true.
That woman, and the man who called and reported 2 different people, obviously. Different people. There were 2 witnesses. The testimonies were quite similar, however. Cease.
Yeah. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping, not a heart.
What happened next, Detective?
How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake?
Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
It's pretty fast.
Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. There's no time for detective daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir.
We found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then?
Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, Detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir.
A share of objections. Next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body?
A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Shot through the heart, and you're too late. You give love a bad name. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence.
Found and the victim's body fired from a .22 caliber pistol.
So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Doesn't it seem like Detective Gumshoe is being a little vague? I bet Von Karma is feeding him lines. His testimony is probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press. Alright. Let's press these last two then and see what we can get. Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
We should know we have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
She doesn't look so good.
Continue. Now.
Why is that?
We found the murder weapon in the boat.
The murder weapon?
A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, Your Honor. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence?
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth.
There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
I bet someone else shot him. What if this is like what you were saying before in Ghost Trick, where like we thought he got shot from the front, but maybe he got shot from the back? Or something like that. What?
Order, order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective? Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick, what is ballistic marking? What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking to imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart. I know what ballistic markings are. I was just testing you. Was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order!
This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However,
totally make a gun that has identical markings to another for a specific instance. You could, if they wanted to frame Edgeworth, then it would make sense. And this is a video game, so it's going to be willing to stretch the truth a little bit. You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge? Yes? What are you doing at 10-minute recess? Now. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Well, so much for grilling Detective Gumshoe. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? December 26th, 11:09 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. That foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. Was that you on the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by, then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he'd shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? The only explanation I can come up with. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Somebody's trying to frame Edgeworth. Say, Maya? Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. Yeah, I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? A manipulator. Manipulator. I am manipulator. No. I need you here. Of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out, even if you don't actually help. It's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Court is back in recess. Mr. Von Karm, I call you our witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Okay, here's the actual shit. I'm gonna see if I can prove that she fucking didn't see shit, because I don't think she did. Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. Don't add anything trivial or subjective, understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well, your testimony, please. It's Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. And there was another bang. Then there was an area thing on the lake but that boat. Wait, but there were two bangs? But only one gunshot. And only one bullet. It's a court of law. I am the manners. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is the photo accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! I will have order. Well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, the court finds the defendant. No. Chill out. Let me cross-examine the witness. Wait, Your Honor, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. What are the odds that her camera shoots reverse? And the one with the gun was on the other side? But would that... I mean, like, yeah, I guess that could maybe make a difference, depending on where the gunshot comes from. We'll see. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? I think there was a fucking thing. I think I noticed one little thing. Oh, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I know the first thing I'm going for.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well. I pray for your sake, this isn't a waste of time.
Rewatching the very moment the shot rang out? Yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
On Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Fuck you, I'm pressing everything. Just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, it was Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yes.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really... Your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
In my car. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student in my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. You fucking pussy. Bang from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
You said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. No. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. No, you didn't.
The witnesses testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
Jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Yeah. Alright, let me press the last thing. You sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. Sounds pretty sure. How can you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... She was there for... Gordy.
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you weren't able to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor...
You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately, understood?
Uh-huh. Nick, a lot of testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered this evidence sufficiently to make a decision, and then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the pistol?
You must stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of big criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough, Judge. Declare the defense in the contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
Oh, no. Wait, I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix? Or isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Wrong.
Wrong? What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Holy fuck, Maya taking one for the team.
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Slaughter Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. YFA, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. You fucking just saved the day.
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm running out of time. Better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
I saw clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it. Can't squander Maya's efforts either. Safety safe. I think I know what to do.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What?
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please.
Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course, I said I could and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. And it's a good thing she's a blabbermouth. It's hard to keep her from spitting out extra stuff. She's totally fucking admitted to leading the witness. He did, you're right. This court is a little corrupty-wupty, ain't it? How Edgeworth was seen. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. Why did the game just get loud? What the fuck? I don't know if it that was what the fuck just happened. The game just like got way louder and then slowly got quiet again. I don't know if that happened on stream, but it was weird. Nothing changed. None of my stuff changed. I don't know what happened. But anyway, it did pick up. Okay, that was weird. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I wonder if that's a weird thing in the game. Trying to be cute on us. Game's getting sassy. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. My bisexual binoculars. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem.
Use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
One better be good. Okay. Fuck you, press. So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a sec, you hasty Yankee types, and never find a gal where I'm from.
The attorneys have trouble with that as it is.
Rude. Once I got finished setting up my camera, I got back to the car. Oops, I meant to press it. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we're concerned with here is Mr. Wright seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
Objection sustained.
He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Neil, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Got doubts about your camera, too. Is that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning.
But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Yes, press further. I know what it is. Camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Well, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well, Mrs. Hart. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. Camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. Not very suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I think she's after cryptids, is what she's after. I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Har. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was you saw Mr. Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. Yeah, I don't know if this is the right time to do this, but nope. Fuck. I know that she was there for Gordy, but there was a heavy fog. How would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog, but you say you clearly saw him. Or I did, yeah. Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony. Sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. I'm gonna take another risk and present her camera. Nice. It's gotten to a point where I can tell when I did it right because the music always cuts out when it's correct. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hartz. Gotcha, bitch! Get her, Phoenix, get her!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. As me and my weekend friend. Show evidence. Take a look at this. Your Honor, I call to the stand. Gordy! That'd be great. Mrs. Hart? This is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this, a newspaper article? Gordy. Oh, the sighting at Gord Lake.
Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Do we have proof? I'm gonna save. I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well. Let's see it. And no joking around this time, please.
That's what I was thinking. It's either her camera again or it's the leaked photo again. Here's my proof. It's simple. Nope, it's not the leaked photo. Okay, yeah. I knew it was one of those two. I just wasn't sure which. Proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order, order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. Didn't respond to my other... No, it only responds to loud, like, popping noises. Which is interesting, but I don't think that's actually a point that'll... I feel like that's probably not a detail that's actually going to get explained as to why Gordy makes a sound that she decided was similar to a gunshot noise. That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. What could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine. I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm gonna spot it. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake, but that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at the boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. There we go. Well, Mr. Wright.
You may cross-examine the witness.
Is this the Blood Moon side quest? The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. When Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Aaron is very obviously Adamant's descendant PLA. Oh, that's cool. Only person to not have a clear descendant. I see, so they're setting that up then.
Very well, you may cross-examine the witness. You seem sure of yourself, so you must have something in mind.
Huh. That would be a first. Haha, very funny. Alright.
There's no problem with the testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. I know something. Alright, we're gonna press everything, but I already have an idea of what I want to go for. What manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even had him up on the TV. I'm sure that appearing on the local news' Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper. For real. Mr. Wright.
This is... this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we?
So true. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. And whenever there's a big bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake could be swarming with competitors. Yeah, it's not true, but I don't think that's... I don't know if that's going to be important to this. Well, maybe it will be, actually. We do have those as evidence. Second-rate shutterbug's trying to steal my scoop. Yeah, it's gone off at least twice. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually...
Mr. Wright, I'll have you asking questions with no relevant... I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. Yeah, that's very true. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. A lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. Wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know, if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat. What did I do now? What do you give me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Hold your hush puppies, Pops, I'm getting there. Alright, let's question this. Was there nothing on the lake with the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. Lake was smooth as glass and nobody was on the shore neither. Some sort of contradiction in his testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma in either way. Isn't there like a little boat shop? Yeah. There sure is. And I'm sure it'll be important in day 2 or day 3's case. Fuck. I was gonna say that she wouldn't look at the lake because she'd go to her camera. Wait. Let me save because I'm getting actually low on health. I'm gonna try that again, but here. Fuck. Oh, it was fired 3 times. Whoa. I missed that part before. That's important. Has them in the woods with a couple of Bigfoot hunters, and a good chunk of the episode is shot like found footage. That's fun. I'm gonna get my health back a little bit. I see. Nope. Yeah, if that's a thing, I think they'll explain that to us first. That's too specific. That's not a thing most people would know. Excuse me. He made it seem like this was the thing I needed to press. Or to... the thing that I need to give evidence, bring out evidence for. Ha ha ha. I was on the right track. I just didn't think to drop the Nessie thing on it. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would look at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you were far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Order. Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. She didn't see shit. She just wants to come up and testify for fun because she's a bitch. I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be the witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I fucking called it. God damn it, lady. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This
is totally uncalled for,
but hey, you got the photograph, you got proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right, that's why I took this photo in.
Witness, that's enough. Been a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what? What was she gonna say? Shut the photo and what? Wait a second. Computer enhance.
She even had a photograph to prove it, but she really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo.
Oh, yeah.
Said it'll drop the quality a mite, but would let us see who's who.
Nice. She enlarged the photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse, which I do. Make her show it. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. Every time I do it, makes me laugh. You enlarged this photo, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has the enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place, you old fool. Surely everyone's favorite prosecutor's hairstyle is unique. I would say that's actually a fair point. Like in real life, that would be my first thought is Edgeworth has a very clear profile. If we enlarged it, especially.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Mrs. Hart, Miss Hart, show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. Prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
Objection denied.
We've had like 3 people call us out on our spikes. True. Maybe that will actually play into it in a sec.
The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
And they gave them blank faces, which means that that's probably not gonna play in. Blank heads.
Still cannot see who is firing in this, but it could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence.
Happy now, Mr. Wright? Must be something.
As for the enlargement,
You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I request that she not show it.
I suppose this means that the cross-examination
Is over, obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. I don't know.
Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict.
Oh. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. No, that's not a revolver. This is bad, real bad. For other evidence. It's evidence. I believe we spent enough time talking about evidence. We've heard opinions
On every piece of evidence but this enlargement, I see no point in retracing our steps.
I see. Your Honor, there's something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
What would that be?
Mr. Wright, you show the court.
What you mean? What about this photo is strange?
Okay, here goes nothing. I'm gonna click on the gun, because that's the only thing I can think. Oh, present. You're on the shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What? That the shooter is strange. Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
And?
The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence.
This man's left hand does what?
Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that... There we go, baby. There we go. Wait. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Okay, yeah. I was looking for the other photo for a sec, but yeah, here we go. Yeah, I looked. That was my first thought was, is it the wrong hand? I don't remember which hand Edgeworth uses, but that was like, that seemed like the first thing to try. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth.
Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order. So you were saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which she was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. That means on the boat? They would have been 3 feet apart on the boat. Especially when you have your arm held out with a gun in it. Like, that's just going to close the distance even more. There's no way it could have been suicide. Fair enough. But that does mean that my theory about getting shot from across the lake still holds.
Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum.
Yeah, the second shooter theory. Classic.
Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
We did it! December 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. That was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? He didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. But don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. Not sure. They might let her back in tomorrow. We'll see. Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. But can you just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Yeah! We are probably a third of the way through this case. Hopefully I'm not tired tomorrow. And hopefully we can... I don't know if we'll beat this case tomorrow. It kind of depends on how long the investigation in the case takes. Usually the court proceedings tend to take 45 minutes to an hour pretty consistently, but the investigation bits can be really long. So we'll see. Did Larry say that he was out in the cold during that night? I don't think he specifically said. He like got butthurt when Maya was like, oh, you wouldn't have been out and working at night because you would have been with your girlfriend. We know his girlfriend was out of town, but he didn't specifically say that he was out there. So if he gets framed again, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him. Anyway. Yeah, so we might beat this case tomorrow. I don't know. I'm still, since I'm not dropping like a ton of frames now that I have like a fix set up. I'm just gonna, you know, streaming is back on. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna see if Discord robots sometime over the weekend. Figure that out and see if V and I can do the Dokapon thing next week. Hopefully we can. Fingers crossed. Hopefully my internet just stops fucking up altogether, but even if it doesn't, hopefully we can still do it. And then I'll reschedule with Dawn as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the plan of we're gonna play this tomorrow and Sunday night, and then hopefully we'll be at least like a quarter of the way through the final case, and then we can I'll start stream at like 5 p.m. Monday, and we'll just go until I beat it. So yeah, cool. Let's go see you streaming. Sony opinions? Nope. I watched it and I was like, yep, this is a bunch of stuff I don't care about. I don't know if I'll even bother playing the next Final Fantasy VII remake game, and there was DLC for a Tales game that I haven't played yet, and everything else I saw, I was like, nope, I'm not interested in this. There was that one game that I think is by the Quap people where you walk, or it like reminds me of Quap, so I assume it's by the Quap people. But I probably wouldn't ever play that. I don't really like those types of games anyway. And I don't have a PlayStation. Although I might try to get a PS5, honestly. But I'm not gonna make any promises on that. And even if I do, I don't know. If anything, I think I'd probably get a PS4. And then even then I would just use it as a way to like, if I had money to burn, I could get some of those like old PlayStation games that I want to stream. I could grab them in a legal manner and stream them in HD legally. I think Vincent was cool. Who got it right off the bat. Voice pronounce. Oh yeah. True. Get an early PS3? No. I have a PS3, but it's not an early one. Yeah. No, I'll pass. Since we couldn't do the collab with Dawn yesterday, we'll raid Dawn tonight. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for me. Yeah. Yeah, basically just Ace Attorney all weekend until we beat it. I kind of hope that these last two cases aren't super long, and just because, I mean, I doubt they will be super long. I don't know. There's a part of me that's a little worried that like I'm gonna do like a super long stream Monday, and we're still gonna have to go to like 4 a.m. to beat it. But I will take that risk, and then we're gonna do Chow Tuesday on Tuesday. I'm probably gonna set it. I might start. I was originally gonna play at 100 regular speed, but I think I might set it to fast speed, so that more things happen faster. Because it will take a very long time. But even then, they're basically gonna be like what they were last time, where it's like just chatting streams, where I also am playing. I also have the Chow Garden thing going. So, which I'm fine with, but I still want, if we can make things faster, I feel like I might as well. Anyway, other than that, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, something like that. Yep. Thanks for coming out. Have a good day, good night, whatever it's for you, and I'll see you next stream. Mwah.